Never give away these 8 things to anyone past age 65 to keep your health, peace, and freedom. Did you ever see an older person and think, I want to be just like that when I am his age, not just healthy, but really happy, free, peaceful, and living life on their own terms? Now, here's the more challenging question. How many older adults do you actually know who are living that way? The truth is, too many people make it to their mid-60s and beyond only to discover that they've wasted years giving up the wrong things, giving away their time, their energy, even their dignity just to please other people. And what do they get in return? Stressed out regret. A life that's smaller than it could be. But it doesn't have to be that way. You see, there's an unseen turning point at 65, a point when you must decide, am I going to continue living for everybody else? Or am I going to begin defending what is truly mine? Your health, your peace, your freedom. These are not nice-to-haves. These are the things that underlie a well-lived life. And once they are gone, you can't simply regain them. So today, let's talk about the 8 things you never should give up for anyone over 65. Because this isn't about getting older, it's about getting older smartly. 1. Your boundaries. The invisible lines that protect your well-being. Imagine yourself in this scenario. You're reclining in your favorite chair, finally relaxing after a long week. When the phone rings, it's your grown child, frantic because they need a last-minute babysitter again. You're drained, but they guilt trip. Come on, mom, just this one time, even though it never is. Or maybe it's a friend who always comes to you for emotional support, draining your stores with their endless dramas. You comply, but secretly, you're resenting it. Why do people assume I'll just drop everything? When can I say no? This is where boundaries come in, or, more accurately, where they should come in. What are boundaries? Really, boundaries are not walls to keep others out. They are the boundaries you create on how others may treat you, what you will and won't do, and what you won't tolerate. They are what keep you from being a doormat and being a human being who deserves to be treated with respect. Your time, energy, and emotional resources are finite after 65. You've spent decades and years giving to your job, to your family, to your responsibilities. Now it's your turn. Why boundaries are more important than ever. Stop resentment. Every time you say yes when you don't wish to, another piece of your peace is lost. Resentment builds, not just with others, but with yourself for not having stood up for your own needs. Safeguard your health. Ongoing demands can lead to chronic stress that has real physical consequence. High blood pressure, weakened immunity, even chronic pain. No is not selfish. It's self-preservation. Make others understand how to treat you by always going out of your way. Others keep pushing. However, when you stand firm by your boundaries, they learn respect them or bid you adios. Either outcome is a success for you. How to set boundaries without feeling guilty. Be explicit, not discourteous. You're not required to be rude. Instead, practice, I love you, but I just can't hear. No explanations necessary. Start small. When it feels like saying no is a pipe dream, start with low-stakes situations first. I won't be able to get to lunch this week, but let's plan for next month. Expect resistance. Some people will pout, guilt trip, or be offended. That's on them, not you. Hold your ground. Remember, boundaries are love for yourself and others. Allowing bad behavior does nobody any favors in the long run. The price of weak boundaries. Picture that retired next-door neighbor who's perpetually exhausted because she's caring for her grandkids single-handedly, full-time, even though she never agreed to it. Or the grandfather who lends money to his son again, even though he knows it'll never be repaid. Without boundaries, you might find yourself being a shadow of yourself, drained, resentful, and wondering where your life went. The freedom of strong boundaries. No, picture the other way. You say, I need this day for myself, and take it. You decline requests that drain you without apology. You let your savings alone because you're no longer afraid to say, "I can't afford to help." That's not selfishness. That's wisdom. So ask yourself today, where have I been too flexible? Where do I need to draw the line? Because after 65, the best gift you can give yourself and those who truly love you is the ability to say enough. 2. Your financial security, the lifeline that keeps you independent and dignified. Imagine this. You're at your kitchen table, going over your bank statements. For years you toiled, saved diligently, and dreamed of a retirement where you could finally sit back and relax. But then life got in the way. Your son needed money for a down payment on his house. Your granddaughter begged you for money to pay tuition. Your church friend was in trouble and needed a loan. All 3 times you acquiesced, telling yourself, "I have enough, I can assist." But now the figures on the page tell a different story. Your cushion is lower than you thought. That dream vacation, postponed. The repairs to your house that you've been putting off, they can wait even longer. A cold, hard ball of worry develops in your stomach. What if I run out? This is the bitter reality for too many people over 65 the moment they realize that they've been too generous with their financial cushion. Why financial security is non-negotiable after 65. Your money isn't cash, it's your freedom, your safety net, and your peace of mind. Once it's lost, it's almost impossible to restore. Here's why safeguarding it is so important. You can't count on a paycheck anymore. There's no next promotion or overtime to fill the bank account in your non-working years. Social Security and pensions, if you have one, are fixed. They don't stretch as far when prices rise. Unexpected expenses bite harder. Sickness, repairing the house, or even higher property taxes can devastate an unsuspecting budget. If you spend your savings helping others, who will help you when things get unforeseen? You deserve to enjoy your golden years. This is your time you worked for to travel, relax, or pursue hobbies. Taking that away from yourself in order to bail out someone else is robbing yourself of retirement you've earned. The emotional cost of financial sacrifice, it's not money, it's pride. When you sacrifice cash you can't afford to part with, anger develops, even if the person you're bailing out is someone you love. You may start feeling taken advantage of. Fear moves in. Nothing destroys peace of mind like economic security. Relationships are strained. Money borrowed as a loan but never repaid can destroy family relationships. How to protect your financial security. Shared love from money. You can love someone dearly and still refuse money requests. A true loved one will not jeopardize your security. Offer alternatives, not cash instead of lending money. Offer guidance. Let's sit down and review your budget. Encourage them to find resources, grants, debt counseling, part-time work rather than opening your purse. Set clear rules and stick to them. I don't lend money, but I'm happy to help in other ways. If you do lend, make it a gift, not a loan, and only what you can afford. Secure your own future first before you help anyone else. Ensure your emergency fund is intact. Your healthcare and living expenses are covered. You've added in inflation and long-term care costs. The hard reality. No one's going to guard your money, but your grown-up children may think that your nest egg is their fallback, your backup, not theirs. Broke friends and relatives may be nice, but their emergencies are nobody's business except yours. Unintended gifts can put you at risk. The freedom of financial boundaries. When you protect your money, you're protecting your independence, no longer having to rely on others. As you get older, your choices, the empowerment to be able to say yes to what contributes to your life, your legacy, the freedom to leave something behind on your own terms, not by accident. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.